Hi everyone, we're here at the Bristol Caverns. We're going to go inside here in a few moments. As I told you in the last episode, Teresa will not be in this one talking. She is with us and she's going to be going into the caverns, but she had to go to the dentist today and have a root canal. So listen, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and also comment below. We'd appreciate it. So let's get inside these caverns and see what they look like.
Yards over the entranceway. Now once you enter the cave, you go down 180 feet. There's about 5 flights of stairs to travel up and down. So if you get a little tired, you want to stop and rest, look around, take a picture, catch your breath, let timer know to stop for
Thank you.
One of the 3 natural entrances to the cave. So the other 2 are pretty far from this point, so we won't get to see those today, but this is the original entrance. Mostly Native Americans did use it, so they pretty much use it as like a shelter. If it was raining or storming out here, they'd just go down through there. Now I'm sure they did have a tough time with it. That's around 180-foot drop down to the bottom. For them only using a rope and probably carrying stuff as they went down through there, that is pretty tough to do. So later on in the tour, we will be able to see back up this from the inside, so that's always pretty cool to see there. But luckily, that's not the way we have to use to get down into the cave. Our entrance is just right over here, and we'll go ahead and go to it. Take as many pictures as you want down in here. You can use flash as well. It is a little slick in here. We are going into a cave, so you might want to take your time as you're going throughout here. That is pretty much it. So if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and go down into the cave. About the cave here. So this is a pretty big cave, stretches for around 78 acres. Also a pretty old cave as well. It's around 2 million years old there, so a very old cave. Now this is a limestone cave, so a lot of stuff you'll see out through here is limestone. And something else you'll see a lot of is that white stuff right there, and that's called calcite. So that's pretty much a buildup of calcium. I'm sure there's a few other stuff in there, but mainly calcium. But along with calcite, you get calcite crystals, and it's that shiny stuff you see right there. So you've got some there, but there is a little bit more of it right over here behind me. So it's got some there as well. Yeah, some right over there too. So there is quite a bit of that, so you'll see a lot of that throughout the cave. So then you got a stalactite that grows from the top down, and a stalagmite that grows from the bottom up. So eventually these two will grow into each other into something like this one here. Or what this one is about to do, and those are called columns there. Now columns do take a very long time to form. Due to the growth rate of stalactite and stalagmite, it's an inch every 100 to 300 years there, so it definitely does take a long to do something like that. And then the last thing I'd like to point out here is the column at the bottom. So at one point, but a very long time ago, an earthquake ended up hitting here and knocked that down. Then once we get to a lower area, you also see there are a lot more rocks that fall from the ceiling as well, most likely due to the same earthquake there. So a pretty big one that happened to cause all of that. So the one thing I'll point out right here is this right here. So this is called Bridalveil Falls. Gets its name for two reasons. One, it was a waterfall at one point, but ended up closing itself off at the top there. The water hasn't ran down through here for a very long time. And the other reason is because the previous owner had around 8 or 9 weddings right up here where we're standing. And this kind of looks like a veil. So they just mix the names together and got Bridalveil Falls.
This is the rock here that's running the whole length of the cave.
So one thing before I talk about all the stairs,
And it goes back to there.
Here. So this one right here, that is a pretty rare rock to see. So that's called a split column. And the way that one forms is that 2 stalactites grew into 1 stalagmite, causing that stalagmite to split in half, in return forming 2 columns. Now eventually that will grow up in the middle, just becoming 1 column. But once again, an inch takes about 100 to 300 years to grow there, so that's definitely not going to happen anytime soon. So then onto all the stairs here, there is a lot of them. So I end up coming back up these here, and then later on I've got something called the exercise stairs, and that's around 80 feet of pretty steep steps to go up. So honestly, I'm going to keep about those before we get to them. So if we're ready, we'll go down these stairs here. And then the other thing we saw down there was a 2-foot salamander, and that's a pretty good sized salamander considering they're maybe 4 or 5 inches usually. So I'm sure that one was the size you're usually there. So you've got that.
There's a fish over there.
I drink that.
There's.
Right there. That's where we saw outside as we walked in.
We saw that up from the top.
That was one of the first
Oh,
openings
that's where we saw it up at the top. I think so.
where the Indians would come down.
So right up there is an actual entrance, so that's where that's at. So that's a lot bigger hole than what it looked like outside. So whoever came through there definitely didn't have that big of a struggle getting through there. Even from right up there, somewhere around here, it's not that big of a drop. But then from there, or where we're standing now, all the way down to the bottom, that's a big drop there. So I'm sure that's where all the problems happened that point there. So
They could come down through
the
that
reason
way.
why we don't go up the stairs here, for one, it doesn't end up there. There's really nothing else to see. So that's the first reason. But probably the main reason is you get that few people in here that are trying to get past that rock, as there is a little ledge right there. But we don't want anyone trying to do that and end up falling off, because once again, that's a very big drop there. So that's why we don't go up there anymore. But well, what was supposed to happen is that they're supposed to make a bridge or go from here up there. So you can see Snoopy there. So you drive in right there. So right there is our Christmas tree. So it's pretty far from Christmas right now. It's always fun to point that out.
Train station. But when you're in Bristol, you do have to come to Bristol, Virginia and Tennessee state border.
finished eating at Cooter Brown's in Bristol, Tennessee, and wanted to give our review of what we ate. And wasn't really satisfied with what we got. The pizzas were really good. I do recommend the pizzas.
And the queso.
Queso, the roasted corn queso was really good. I got a half rack of ribs. They were tough. You could taste gas grill flavor on it. And I think you got the taco salad.
I got the taco salad. The chicken on the taco salad was ice cold, not very good. So I think overall,
5 to 6.
yeah,
Nice, good atmosphere.
very good atmosphere.
But not so good with the food.
Right.
There's no way you can come by Bristol, Tennessee and not stop by Bristol Speedway. Listen, if you've enjoyed today's program, do us a favor, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share, and comment below, and we would appreciate it so much. And we'll see you next week because we're on our way.